What is up, guys? Welcome on back to Madden 25. And real quick, something happened with my week 7. I think I deleted it on accident somehow. I don't even know how I did it. I know when I export my videos, I clear out my videos when I'm done exporting them. And I may have deleted it when I deleted week 6, but I have to delete multiple files, which I usually don't do. But anyway, I'm going to chalk it up to me doing it on accident. I'll show you the box score of it. I did lose the game, and Amos, who used to be on our team, number 81, that big receiver, fucking kicked my ass. But they just all around kicked our ass. They just, it was one of those games where the AI was just bigger, stronger, faster. I felt like they had more people blitzing and more people covering than I was normally deal with. They were all over the place. It was a tough game, but interesting game. I kind of wish I would have been able to post it, but yeah, they had the ball a lot. Spidell had a good game, but other than that, I mean, we didn't really do a whole lot. It was a decent game. We made plays. The score, the game was closer than the score shows. The score shows like a 10-point game. Yeah, this was like very. Like I threw a pick six, my last drive trying to come back and win the game. I threw a pick six, so the score was actually a good close game. It just they had a pick six at the end, so it looked like it wasn't as close. But this guy fucking smoked me. Delvin smoked me. They ran the ball decent. Culliver, he was like a smaller, kind of faster guy. He was catching all over me. Amos had a big game. But yeah, Culliver's actually the guy that had a big game, but Amos had a big game. But yeah, anyway, they outplayed us. They beat us, so which is kind of rare in this game. But anyways, I do apologize for that. But anyway, let's get into I think it's week 9.
It's week 9 of the NFL, and we've got the Dolphins towering wide receiver. He's going to be a busy man in the passing game. It's the Dolphins and the Bills, next on Madden Football. With a new stadium rising just to the west of us, for now we're back for football in the familiar setting of Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Greg, it's that time of the year. A little bit more urgency. The calendar page turns to November. We kind of know who the good teams are. The midpoint of the NFL season, always a great time to take a step back and look ahead to what's down the road for us.
Yeah, no doubt. And I always felt, even as a player, that you never really knew how good you were as a team or how good everyone else around the league was until you kind of got to this point in the year. November, December football. That's really where teams separate themselves from the pack, and that's where playoff pictures start to unravel. That's where there's a little bit more clarity between the haves and the have-nots. And this is when NFL football gets fun. Holidays are coming. Playoff pictures are unfolding. It is a blast.
The Buffalo offense set to go to work for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
I think the biggest thing that stood out from last week's game was when they went into the game with an initial plan, how quickly were they able to get away from that when they realized it wasn't working? I think they got a lot of unscouted looks, meaning the defense threw a lot of exotic looks at them, blitzes, different fronts and coverages, maybe things they didn't work on all week. So the key this week is understand what is the defense looking to do today and how fast can we make those adjustments if we're not having early success.
They'll stick with him again. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. From the shotgun, Smith. He's got his man down the field. It is a big completion. And he's going to take this one all the way. 71 yards. Touchdown, Buffalo. Terrific way to start this one, Greg, on the opening drive. Getting the ball in the air, down the field, and into the end zone for 6.
We wondered all week, Mike, if this secondary would get tested, especially as the game progressed. Well, we didn't have to wait very long. I mean, a big play early, and we got ourselves a 6-0 ball game.
An extra point attempt to follow. He gets it to go, and the Bills will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Flowers now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Miami offense will make their way onto the field. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
There's been a lot of talk coming into this week, Mike, about whether or not he'd be able to keep this hot streak going. And while I don't know if he'll be able to produce that absurd stat line like he did a week ago, I think he's more than capable of having another strong outing here in this one. I mean, somehow, if he can replicate last week's success, I think it's pretty safe to say he's got a chance to leave here with another win.
Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9, just a yard short of that first down. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. They send the tight end in motion. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. To the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. 16-yard pickup on that one. First down, Miami.
These are the chunk plays they thought they could get here against this pass defense. They thought the passing game favored their offense in this matchup, and I think we can expect this to be the case the rest of the game.
Oh, run play. This is Hill. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
2nd down and 8. One of the tight ends motions right. Now, faking the give. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll try to run this one in. This defense back up, but stepping up. No gain on the play. It stays at the 3. 2nd and goal. They'll go with him again. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. They'll run. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front. And he's in. Touchdown, Miami. A touchdown, lucky number 13 on the season. So on 3rd and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on 4th down. Taking care of it on the 3rd down for the touchdown.
Yeah, and when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
The Bills offense and their running back set to go once more. And he's made a big impact in the passing game. As you look at the NFL leaders in receiving yards by a running back, his name right there at the top. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Smith. And off he will take this one in. 70 yards. Touchdown, Buffalo. The kicking team off for the extra point. He's got it, and the Bills will move out to a 14-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes Ford on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Here's Hill. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. On the ground, they'll go with Hill. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a first down. Now they'll set up to throw. Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. A big-time play for the Dolphins. 35 yards.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll run here with Hill. He'll get 4 and down inside the 20-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he will work his way to the 11-yard line. Good running and a first down. Back to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually.
And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Touchdown, Dolphins. 2nd touchdown for him in the game. Number 14 on the year. The extra point is up and through. And the Dolphins will tie things up. We are all even at 14. We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. From the shotgun, it's Smith. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. Now a give on the ground, and a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And he'll get this close to the first down. It's a pickup of 4, but it still leaves 3rd and short. So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. Knotted at 14 on the scoreboard. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Now a 3rd and 2. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he is going to have a Bills first down. They're able to convert on 3rd and short, picking up 4. Motioning the tight end, Jones. They'll stay on the ground. And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. That'll hold them to a gain of 2. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Smith. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. Here's Smith. Quick throw here is complete. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Dolphins offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. He's building a case for the MVP. He is the leader in the NFL in touchdown passes as we move into the back half of the season. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Now he'll air one out, and he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And they're going to move this all the way up near the 35-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. The medical staff looks him over. We'll step aside. Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. They'll throw out of the gun. This one complete right side. And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
That one knocked away and incomplete.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a run going left. Able able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Throwing right, it's taken in. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a 1st down.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. And he's going to be taken down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line. The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. Throwing now from the gun. That is caught in the middle of the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. First and 10. To throw is Smith. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. A handoff as they try to run it here. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing in and dropping him for a loss. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, Smith. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
Well defended there, and the quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit.
Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Now, fair catch called, and he's going to take it. Out. 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll turn and hand this one off. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming. He'll look to throw. He'll try and set up the screen to Hill. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Throwing now on 1st and 10. To the right side here, pass is caught. He has really thrown the ball well here in this first half. Look at the numbers. Over 200 yards passing now for the game. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Quick throw, taken in, and he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
And another great throw right there, Mike. And when you take a look at the numbers, they certainly don't lie. He has just been flat out terrific in this first half. His ability to spread the ball around, take what the defense has given him. They've certainly had a lot of success here early on.
He's into space past the 25. And he'll be taken down.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone.
And he's got another one. Touchdown, Dolphins. His big game continues. 3 touchdowns in this one, and now 15 for the year.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Bills offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. Smith now to throw on 1st down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Smith. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll go play action. It's Smith. Going up top. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down. Couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. I think they're fortunately this one didn't end up getting picked and going the other way.
That's deep for the back of the end zone. That's in the end zone and intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as it'll come out to the 20.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. So we're at the half, and no rest for the weary. Let's get right back to it. Quarter number 3 set to begin. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. He is the NFL leader in rushing to this point of the season, so he's hoping to put together a solid second half to try to take home the title. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Thrown left side, the catch is made, and they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Mike, think back to our conversation during the break. We've kind of both asked ourselves, are they content with this double-digit lead? Do they come out and play conservative here in the second half? Well, it took exactly one play to get our answer.
He'll go left side here and complete this one. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
They'll bring him down right at the 35, but that is good enough. They pick up the 1st down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Now a handoff running right. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Putting the tight end in motion. Now, faking the give. He'll take a shot here. Back to the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Touchdown, Miami.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know what I'm going to do at receiver.
On the other side. You're waiting at
Skandrick is my new fucking Braden Peck. He literally does everything. So he can play the slot. He can play outside. He can do everything.
It is good for
he's just my lower. He's just lower rated than number 4 and number 80. That's all. I don't know what to do with my receivers.
The call on the field is
Skandrick's becoming like my favorite receiver.
Unless they have clear, incontrovertible visual evidence to the contrary.
Oh shit!
In other words,
hold on. Hold on. I thought he caught that ball. There's a lot of times where I call like challenges where it's like it's pretty obvious that I'm right, and then they're like, "No, you're wrong." All right, let's look at this. Hold on. So he's caught the ball. He's caught the ball, right? He's getting possession of the ball, so he's now caught the ball, and he's in the middle of getting possession. He's got 2 feet. He's standing in the end zone. Are his feet just not on the ground yet there? Maybe his feet just aren't quite on the ground. Yeah, maybe that's what that is. Maybe that's what that is. It looks like they're on the ground. Maybe in the game they're not.
So take away the 6 points, and it's ruled an incomplete pass. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. Trying to find some seam out there, but he will not. They get him behind the line, and 4th down is coming up. This one,
I absolutely fucking hate the kicking in this game. It is the fucking worst. It's like 1 minute you hit it and it stops the minute. Like literally with the kicker in the same game, you can hit the button, it'll stop right where you hold the button. The very next kick on a fucking random ass fucking extra point, it'll just fly across the fucking screen when you hit the button. It's like what?
So it's going to end up setting them up for
what the fuck's going on with the kicking's terrible in this game.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. On play action, Smith. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. They send him right out of the slot. Now, a 2nd down throw for Smith. He can't get away, and he's lost the football. It's picked up by the Dolphins. And he is going to bring this one back. They force the fumble, and it leads to a defensive score. And a terrific play for the defense to come up with the score that, Greg, extends their lead and really hurts the offense's momentum.
Mike, it's hard enough in this league when you find yourself trailing in the second half to be able to battle yourself back and try to end up winning this game. But when you have turnovers like that, that not only then extend the lead, it just makes that even a taller task.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Bills offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has had all sorts of trouble in this one. Your quarterback has to take care of the ball, and he has not. Turning it over in the air, turning it over as a fumbler. You just cannot win football games in this league when the quarterback's giving the defense the ball. And that's what he's done in this one. They motion the slot man left. Smith to throw on 1st and 10. This one is caught. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Working out of the gun, Smith. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Dolphins have excellent field position as they take over right at midfield.
And while the defender is going to get credit for the pick, Mike, I think he needs to go up on the sideline and thank his pass rush because they forced that bad throw. That is the perfect example of when the front pass rush and the back end coverage work together. Man, that was big time ball.
That right there tells you that was a touchdown pass. That right there. They're showing his highlights with touchdown passes on a play that they reversed. So that tells me right there that should have never been reversed. That should have been a touchdown pass. It's like this game, like it's really bad with the replays and everything, because like I can't tell you how many times I've challenged things where I'm like, I know I'm right on this, and then it's no, you're wrong. It's like fuck you, man.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where
so Mitchell's having a good game passing. Really, I mean, he'll throw 3 interceptions in the fourth quarter. You'll see. Watch this shit. You'll see. He'll throw like 3 picks in the fourth quarter. It's just because I'm having a decent game.
The game off.
It's not even my quarterbacks. My receivers are having a good game. The receivers are getting open and shit. That's what the Jet game was. That's what the Jet game really like fucked me up. Is my just no one was open. And Cunningham, fucking sayonara, bro.
All run play.
He wants to make starter money and leave. That's fine. Go ahead. You can't stay on the fucking field.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. Now, after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. They've got it at the 8, 1st down and goal. Here's a run. Down to the 4. It'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go with him again. And he's into the end zone yet again. Touchdown, Dolphins. Make it 4 touchdowns for him.
I think I'm going to put the rookie in here. As quarterback.
Good drive.
I'm going to take Hill and Mitchell out.
Greg, they moved it effectively
and I'm going to put the
down
rookie in
the
the quarterback.
And
Just see what
finish
he
it
can
off
do.
on
Give
the
him some
ground for the
experience.
touchdown.
Normally I would throw Bradshaw in there, but I want to see who's going to, because Mitchell's not going to be my quarterback next year, so I kind of want to see if this number 3 guy feels good to play with.
Give him a lot of credit. They put a great.
So yeah, let's take these guys out. We've got this game. I feel bad for the quarterback of the Bills in this game because he always has such a bad game. He's going here. Hill's going to go here. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Yeah, he always has such a bad game against my defense. We'll do that Ford horn. Yeah. Oh, did I put in the other guy? Did I put in my other quarterback? Oh, no, I didn't. I wanted to put in Dixon. Yeah, let's put Dixon in and see how he does. Bradshaw's probably going to end up being my starting quarterback. He is an 81. He's only 27. He could be my quarterback for years. Dixon was a first-round pick, so I want to give him the chance to have the team. But
with 6.
Bradshaw.
Extra point try forthcoming.
The problem is Bradshaw when he's up for contract. The reason why I'm kind of thinking about keeping Bradshaw is number 1, he's decent when I play with him. Number 2 is he's not that highly rated, so he's not going to be. Mitchell wants like $70 million a year. Bradshaw's not going to be that expensive.
The kickoff team is out on the field.
I don't know.
Back to it.
I don't know what I'm going to do a quarterback. I can't seem to keep a quarterback with the fucking cap. It's weird.
Coming from the 7.
Like I said, I have very few players that are making like top-notch money at their positions, and I still can't
get this up just shy of the 30.
Anyway.
The Bills offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. Let's go back and scroll through some of their drives. One theme, Greg, going to keep emerging throughout. Too many turnovers.
Yeah, I think it's been a combination of just carelessness, right? Some sloppy play offensively that has caused some of them. But also, let's give some credit to the defense. I think in a lot of the cases, they're also forcing these takeaways, punching the ball out, going up for interceptions. They've been in the right place at the right time. So, combination of really good defense at times, and at times, really bad offense.
throwing on second down. Smith. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a first down after a gain of 7. Motioning the tight end, Jones. On 1st and 10, here's Smith. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Now someone up front moves early. Can't continue to make these mistakes if you're trying to mount a big comeback. Let's go now. A second down throw for Smith. That's into traffic, but taken in. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 now from the 36. From the shotgun, it's Smith. A quick throw that's complete on the slant. They'll run it on the inside handoff. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards. Slot man in motion left. A first down throw for Smith. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Back is Smith. This one complete right side. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. From the shotgun, Smith. He'll air it out down the middle. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Let's go. They'll go. Smith. That's taken in, and he's going to have the Bills' first down on what will be a big play then on 4th and long. Now a give up the middle, down to the 4. It'll be 2nd and goal. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Here's Smith. He's got his big tight end. Touchdown, Bills. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes Ford on the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point. Now they'll try to finish up strong. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down. Again, it's 4. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. They need 8 as they come up for third down. Tight end going in motion here. On third down, they'll set up to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. It's a gain of 10 yards. Good for a Dolphins first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another first down. They'll run once more with 4. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll send a tight end in motion right. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That is caught, side of the end zone. Touchdown, Miami.
Feeling pretty good. That throw felt nice.
Touchdown of
It
the
felt
afternoon.
fast. It felt right on the money. It was good.
And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other
and
side.
I threw that late because I hit the
I
wrong
think
button
those
originally.
chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
The extra point try forthcoming. His kick is good. And the Dolphins will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. That is knocked away, incomplete. Good coverage there defensively, all over him. And it'll be second down. They motion the slot man left. On second down, Smith. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. Smith. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And great determination as he gets forward and picks up the first down. They'll go play action. It's Smith. Quick throw, taken in. Smith to throw. That pass sideline is caught. Nice catch. Stays in bounds. And he's got the first down. Terrific job with the feet to make that one a grab. To throw. Smith. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. To throw, here's Smith. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short, and now it's 4th down. On the bootleg, it's Smith. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. It's a gain of 10 as they get the conversion on 4th down.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
He's got it at the 7, and they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
You can't run plays like this, Mike, if you don't have incredible pass protection. I mean, he started on the left side of the formation, and look how far he had to go across the field before that ball was caught. That's going to take time. That's going to take a lot of trust in that quarterback, in his protectors, to know he can stand tall in that pocket and wait for his receiver to break open.
This has been some kind of march downfield. Now, can they pay it off with 6? It's 1st and goal. Working out of the gun, Smith. That is caught, and he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. From a little closer, here's 2nd and goal. To throw is Smith. This is caught toward the side of the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. The teamwork was just ideal there. Greg, we don't see practice all week, but we see it pay off in the game.
And when you have a wide receiver, Mike, that can operate near the sideline, it just increases the amount of space that quarterback has to work with. He knows that he can put that ball maybe a little bit further away from the defender, knowing he's got the guy on the other end to not only secure the catch, but to keep his feet in bounds for a touchdown.
So the late score gets them a bit closer to respectability. They'll try to get even closer with an outside kick.
Illegal touching. Offense.
This is tough. You're trying to give your guys a chance and time it just right, but you have to hit it hard enough. This time, it doesn't go 10 yards. Not going to work out.
They give it, and it's 4. It'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. The middle, here's 4. And he'll get this down inside the 40-yard line. A gain of 7 yards. Here's 3rd and 2. He'll try and run for the first down. It's 4. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this fourth quarter. So a win here for the visiting Dolphins. They get the home victory here in the division in the first of their 2 scheduled matchups. A chance to go for the season sweep on the road later in the season. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.